Well, another week of working on my C-Cab project. This week I got a couple little projects. Since we got the gas tank and the battery in, those were the two big things that I really had to hide, that I was worried about hitting the drive shaft, transmission, or rear end, with obstacles in the way. Today what I want to do is I've cut this piece of angle iron you see right here. I want to put it like that. I'm going to notch it out. I don't want to notch the side of the body frame, but I'll notch this angle out right here and over here to sit flush on top. And I want to cut another one. I want to put two back to back, one facing the forward and one facing back. The reason being, when this is up notched out in here, you can see here I only got about 1 inch of clearance between the gas tank and here. And remember, the gas tank's mounted to the frame. This brace here and the seat and the plate is all going to be mounted to the body right here. So I got to leave clearance there between the two. So anyway, that'll be, that's what today's project is. Well, I got them cut out, got them notched. You can see right here, it come out pretty good. They're touching up underneath here, the web. So I'm going to get under here and put some welds under here, and then I want to grind this out, and I'm going to put a couple welds across here to weld the two pieces together. The front plate that the seat sits on is 20 inches, which will go from the front here to the right to the center line here, and that'll give 1 inch for the next plate to sit on this one. This one here is the one I was worried the most about being strong, because the seats are two people sitting there and the seats are going to be mounted to it. I'm thinking now what I might do is I got a piece of 2-inch angle iron over there, and just cut this out of a piece of 2-inch, and then one side of the angle, take the torch and cut it down to 1 inch so it's the same height as this. So it'll be 2 by 1 inch, because I don't need that much support back here. There's not going to really be anything in the back of the truck except the cooler or whatever, whatever we put back there. And you can see here, I ended up with about 3/4 of an inch above the gas tank. So that's plenty of room there. Let me get the welder set up. We'll get some tacks on it. Well, I don't know if you could hear it in the video in the background, but the fan has been making a lot of noise in my welder here. I know the bearing's been going bad for a long time. Well, today it just made some horrible sound and froze up. So I'm going to have to stop here and take the welder apart and see if I can replace the fan or what it's going to take to fix it. Well, this morning I went ahead and took my welder apart. The fan's been making noise for about the last 4 or 5 years. I've owned the welder for probably 20 years. You can see here where I took the fan out. It's not looking good. I called up Lincoln yesterday and got a part number for it. They say it's still available, but they don't have them. They said it would have to be custom built to order, and it would take up to 6 weeks. So I said, well, how much does it cost to get it custom built? They're saying it's going to be about $475 for a new motor. So anyway, I'm going to take it apart. I mean, I got nothing to lose. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but it actually feels like something's binding up in the windings in the motor, not in the bearings. But I'm going to take it apart. We'll see what's causing the problem. Well, I just got back from town, and believe it or not, Allied Bearing in Statesville had them in stock, $4 a piece, $8 for 2 bearings, sealed. So anyway, I got it back together, getting ready to put the fan back on it, and spinning nice and free now. We'll get it back in there and see what happens. Well, I got it all back together. Got the fan back in. You see here, I got some splices. I got to splice the wire. Uh-oh. That ain't gonna work. Hold on. All right, let's try that again. I don't know why the side where it went 2 into 1 pulled apart, but anyway, here we go. Yeah, helps if I plug it in. Now, let's see. Oh. Sounds much better. Well, now that I got my welder back together and working, the first thing we're going to do today is I want to weld these braces in that go across for the front floor panel and for the seats. I got a little issue here. The seats, you can see here is the front bolt hole for the front seats, the 2 front bolt holes. And they're 16.5 inches, which puts the bolt hole right about here. And I'm only using 11 gauge sheet metal for the floor. So I'm worried about the seats just being bolted to the 11 gauge in the back, whereas, in the front, it's bolted to the angle. So what I'm thinking about doing is, I'm going to go ahead and weld this. You can see here I ground it out, and I ground these out to get a little better penetration, because then I'll grind it flat. We'll put the plate back on here for the seat, for the floor, and then put the seats back on here, and then I can mark the back 2 holes. Well, this one coming straight back to here, I can easily get underneath the body, get a nut on this one with no trouble. But the problem is going to be this bolt and this bolt, where they come back here. I only got about a 3/4 of an inch between the gas tank and the body. So what I'm going to have to do is put a tab here and probably weld a nut on the bottom of these 2 bolts so that they'll just thread in. Then the outside bolts, of course, we can get those. We'll have plenty of room. So let me get this here welded, ground flat, and we'll get the plate up and we'll continue from there. Well, you can see here on the outside bolts, I was able to just center it and drill them. But these here, when I made the seat brackets, I had to get these extensions for this one. It didn't have legs on that corner. So what I did was I took a 3/8 inch drill and just drilled it, and hopefully it drilled it in the center. But I'll take the seat back off and we should have marks there so I could finish drilling it. Well, these are the two center holes I was talking about that I can't get to. So what I did is I marked them here, and this will be the edge of the angle underneath here. So if I come out to here, it'd be like 2 1/4 inches. I'll probably go 1 1/4 inches wide, just put 2 tabs there, and then I'll drill and tap the tabs so that the bolts will thread into that, and that way it'll be better supported on the seat. Well, I got the tabs welded underneath. You can see right there. I went ahead and used the 3/8 drill that I drilled the holes for the bolts to put a little mark on the centers. Now I'm going to go switch to a 5/16, and then we'll tap it for a 3/8 bolt. I'm going to weld nuts underneath the bottom of the tabs, but I can't get under there right now. I'll just have to remember to do it when we take it all apart, and when I'm welding all the other stuff that needs to be welded. I went ahead and put the seats back in and make sure everything was okay. I'm not sure if I'm going to bolt this floor piece down, or I might just weld the first piece down. Maybe, I don't know, either bolt the back ones or weld them all. But I got the second piece of flooring in. You can see here I got to cut off about a 1/2 inch. I'm getting ready to do that next. And then I got one more piece. It's 20 inches from here to the back. So the whole bed is actually 5 feet, 60 inches. So it was 20 inches, 20. I don't have the steel to put this brace across under here, but I'll have to pick it up maybe Monday. But I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, trim this, and I might trim out the back piece and cut out for the holes, the bolts, anyway, just to get it to lay in there. Well, now I got the sides trimmed. Next thing I got to do is cut the hole in here for the filler for the gas tank. So let me get it back over here. We'll measure it, mark it, and get that hole drilled. Well, we got the hole cut in it. I'm not going to finish the rest of the gas tank until I figure out the sides, and then I'll pipe something over here to the sides, and we'll have to put a door or something on the side right here for the filler for the gas tank. But like I said, I don't have this piece for here, so I'll continue on with the back piece. Well, we got the side trimmed. I got it marked now for the notch out for the corner posts right here. I'm going to cut those out next, and it looks like I'm going to have to trim about 1/8 of an inch off this back side, but I'm going to wait till I do the corners. We'll slide it back and see what it looks like. I'm just going to go ahead and use a cutoff wheel to knock out the corners. Well, I got the back notched out for the corner posts, and what I did was we'll measure it in from here. On here it was 3 1/8 in this direction, and it's 3 inches to the center in this direction. Then I also put the lines on the outside. So what we'll do now is put the plate back, center it where it's supposed to be, and then I can get my square it up with the outside, and mark the hole locations. Well, that's it for the floor. That's the last panel. You can see here where I notched out for the corners and for the body mount bolts, the 2 of them. So I can't finish it because I don't have this piece of steel for the center. I'll have to wait till Monday to get that. So I think what we're going to do is we'll end this video here. Appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget, hit the like, subscribe. It helps my channel out a lot. And questions, comments, suggestions, always welcome. Hopefully next week we might even get started on the disassembling so I can get ready to finish the welds on the frame and get it painted. Well, thanks again for watching. Maybe we'll see you in the next video.